Diana Ross.
Where was that Diana Ross
Diana
show?
Ross was in Durant, Oklahoma. And,
How was that show?
Theater writer, one of the hardest shows. I've done Diana Ross twice. I done her with a guy named Ricardo in El Reno, and I was the production and labor for in Durant. And she was probably one of the hardest shows that we had to do because everything was so picky. And what I mean by...
Because she's a megastar.
Absolutely. What I mean by picky is you have to set up a black curtain, pipe and drape, a walkway that nobody can see her. She didn't want anyone to see her. It was a strict, you couldn't be in the building while she done a sound check. And I actually done Diana Ross 3 times because we did a private party with her at the embassy in Norman with Miller Pro Audio. And, very strict rules as far as that part goes.
Etiquette.
Very etiquette.
Well, it's all in the writer.
They'll
tell you exactly how they want it done.
Yeah, if you follow this and you're good at what you do, then you don't have nobody reporting to you. Plus, what you don't understand about these artists is they have booking agents. Whether they're competition or not, they always talk to one another.
All talk.
And so if you become hot on the list and you're professional and your venue is starting to get well known, then you like if this backline that I had usually you just hire a company, but you had to have teleprompters, had backline, all these keys. The guitars and the bass and the drums are all easy to get, but sometimes when you go into getting keys and percussion, you got your
specific.
Got your work cut out for you because the fact of the matter is they want what they want.
No substitutes.
Used to, you took a big ass chewing for getting it because you're in Oklahoma and they didn't have it. But as years gone by, and they've gotten smart, there's companies out of Ohio and everything that specifically, if you see that name on the writer, use this company if you need backline. They're telling you, basically it's instead of
they have exactly what we want.
Instead of it being inclusive to where you're paying a whole bunch of money here, they're going to nickel and dime you here to get what they want. But in the end, everybody works. If you try to do it yourself and save $500, you may have a headache on your hands. It's $5,000. So it's all in how you and if your power, you got to be able to know your room. You got to be able to know what kind of power you can put in there.
Well, we learned that from an earlier episode where you've had to send some people climbing up poles to pull it off. So yeah,
doing first shows, like crew calls. Okay, for this, they called it the theater tour. For the theater tour, the crew call was at 8 a.m. They had a rigging call, which rigging are the guys that put the gear in the air. They had 1 ground rigger, 2 climbing riggers, a flyman, 16 stagehands, 4 loaders, 1 house electrician, and a crew chief. So you're putting together at 8 a.m. 26 people, local, giving them the job for the day. Then at noon, you're going to add 2 female wardrobe assistants, 1 to be equipped with a sewing machine if needed, and that'll be advanced. So you've just added 28 locals. Now they want to require you to have 2 production runners that know the local area. You've been a runner. Mm-hmm. We still do them today.
We've all been runners.
We've all on this table been runners. You must have a valid driver's license, and you'd be equipped with vehicles.
Hell, it's easy now to be a runner because these tour managers have all the apps.
Right.
Walmart, Whole Foods, whatever, and they Target. They just put what they want on there,
and
all you have to do is pull up the deal and have them scan it, and they load it. God, back in the day, going on a goose chase.
Hey, listen, and Jeff can
you had to know where
Jeff
certain
can tell you
were
this,
sold.
and I know this for a fact. Going to stores in the middle of the night, Pratt's Groceries, somewhere that's open all Skaggs, and shopping a 20-page writer and marking it off with the pen.
People don't understand.
I mean,
Topo Chico wasn't available everywhere like it is now. You had to go to the South Side to get Topo Chico.
And if you're putting the show on and it's your money, then there's no pay for you because you're doing it yourself, hoping that the ticket sales are going to pull you through. Then when you then everybody puts everything up, then you got a show call. They wanted 4 spotlights, 1 electrician, a house lights operator, a flyman, and 2 deckhands. But on the loadout, they always stack it up,
because you're gonna have some that fall.
You got
off.
1 rigger, 2 climbing riggers, 4 loaders, which they didn't have loaders. Yeah, they did have loaders in there. Yeah, but instead of being 16 hands, you got 20. 1 house electrician, 1 crew chief. Crazy part about stacking people on the out, and everybody thinks this, that you can move faster by adding new people.
Not true.
Not at all, because here's what happens. At the end of the day is when everything has been loaded. Say you've got 11 trucks and you're down to 2.
You add 4 more people to this, and you have a traffic jam.
Well, or at the end of the day, you've got 8 people who busting their ass, and the other 12 are standing over there waiting for their T-shirt, which causes problems because they don't go to the bitter end. They think they're done, and they stand around and want to look cool. Then you get into, she only wanted 200 clean bath towels, not hand-sized, for the use of Diana Ross's production crew.
Well, she
only.
probably had a dance troupe with her.
No, that was just bath towels.
I know, but she probably
hand towels. She wanted 40 small black ones.
But she probably had a pretty big crew and band and dancers and all that.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you think 200's a lot, but if you've got 8 dancers and you've got 12 people in the band,
well, I can tell you how many people, how many they feed for dinner.
I'll get to that.
That
it tells you what your parking, what your security will be.
What kind of barricade do you use?
Yeah, offices. Everybody gets an office.
Back in the day, we used to have to get phone lines. Remember that?
Right.
Oh, God.
And let me tell you what can be a big fat pain in the butts, getting phone lines.
So dressing room. A 1-star quality dressing room for Miss Ross. B, a 1 more wardrobe room close to Miss Ross. 1 female band dressing room for 4 people. 1 male band dressing room for 12 people.
How big was the wardrobe road case? Or cases plural?
Multiple cases.
For Diana Ross, I guarantee you it was tons.
God.
A green room with VIP hospitality for 24, and a crew room for 15. So you've got 6 different rooms you got to figure out with. Please cover any air vents that might be blowing directly onto the artist in the dressing room and bathroom. Please indicate where climate controls are.
Thing.
If the dressing room is a locker room or a utility room, please provide materials and labor to make the lockers and create walls and internal screening door from drapes or folding screens or light. There should be in good condition and odor-free. Light natural colors are preferred.
Okay, so Max.
In other words, don't put them in a locker room.
Then the other part of it is, say you got a building that has rooms. They want furniture. That's where your rent-a-centers and things like that come in. They want carpet. They want drapes. Used to, there wasn't anybody here that could provide it. I think now, since we do since entertainment's a little bit bigger than it used to be, there's companies that can, do your dressing room, that can, provide you with lamps and sofas and things like that. It's even got pictures. Now you're really into it when they send you pictures. That means you really got to bring that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And tell them what that's a picture of.
And so for her, she wanted, in Diana Ross's dressing room, 2 6-foot tables with tablecloth, no skirt, white tablecloth preferred, armless chair of the appropriate height for the makeup station, 2 full-length mirrors, speak with wardrobe personnel to determine if necessary, Broadway lighted professional makeup mirror station as pictured below. So they have a picture of what you need to supply. And then 1 carpet and a rug and 6 industry clamp lights with 75-watt bulbs, no halogens. Got a picture of it.
Got a picture of that too.
Power strips, extension cord, all, and so it's
Is that a picture of another light?
Yeah, that's a picture of another light.
So 3 different kinds of lights.
Then they
for the
show
dressing
you the
room.
stainless steel bows they wanted their stuff in. Electrical portable water kettle. A rolling garment rack, 6 hangers, a television with cable.
The photos are a nice touch.
I love that they put the picture of the metal mixing bowl.
I know. If you don't know what a mixing bowl looks like, there's more pictures on the next page.
Yes. So that's just one in her dressing room. Then you got a wardrobe room. And in the wardrobe room, they're going to want 2 assistants, 6-foot tables, chairs, power strips, stitch cord, bath towels, ironing board iron, garment steamer, rolling racks, and then it goes on to the crew rooms and everything. But they also have a quick change on stage, which means you set up a little area, and if you look, the pictures are there
costume
again.
Changes on stage.
I saw Axl Rose's at the Lloyd Noble Center at the Chinese Democracy Tour.
Hey, Stevie Nicks had 2.
Whoa.
1 on each side of the stage.
Whoa.
That's when she was with Joe Walsh.